Alrighty, peeps, this is the pre-Sunday show talkie vlog, and if I look like I'm out of uniform, it's because I am. I went fishing. Check that out. Don't feed the, can you see it? Don't feed the locals. And if you want to see the thing that happened when we were fishing today at Loxahatchee, and it involved some of the locals, stick around, I'll post that video at the end of this vlog, summarizing day 11 of the Trump trial. Specifically, the testimony of the communications director, former communications director, Hope Hicks. Now, there's like a vlog or legal analysis inception here. The Trump trial is not being broadcast live like Rittenhouse. So people, in order to get their real-time information, need to follow the likes of inner city press Matthew Russell Lee, who does live tweeting throughout the day. Most people lead normal lives and can't sit there reading tweets, updating tweets, and don't know how to filter through, what do they call them, like tweet threads? And then they need to go to something called Unroll, and most people don't know how to do that. So most people, if they don't know, should be watching Robert Gouveia, who at the end of every day does a very animated summary of Matthew Russell Lee, inner city press, live tweeting the Trump trial. What I'm going to do is at the very least do a short summary of key points in this trial so that people can understand what's going on, and that's the trickle down of the information from the trial. The most important thing on, I think it was Friday, as at the time of shooting this vlog, by the way, Viva Barnes Law, Sunday night, 6 o'clock, was Hope Hicks, former communications director, who basically, look, Michael Cohen, for those of you who don't know, the convicted perjurer, according to New York nipple judge Arthur Engeron, the fixer, wait for the punchline of this, Michael Cohen has been taking a beating in the courtroom and he hasn't even been there. I mean, the witnesses are depicting Michael Cohen as an unhinged lunatic, a pathetic loser who was so desperate, who thought he was going to get a position in a Trump White House, which might explain why he has something of a vendetta against Donald Trump. Hope Hicks, I'm just going to go back to my notes here, communications director. She came on the stand, was subpoenaed by Alvin Bragg. So she's not there as she's there as a cooperating witness, but she's not there as a voluntary witness for the prosecution. Because she likes Trump, she's still loyal to Trump. She had a great relationship with Trump. Trump created her communications position specifically for her. She had a great relationship, a great time with the Trump campaign, and she was very successful on the Trump campaign. They call her in for no uncertain reason, except to basically get in the Stormy Daniels story, nothing to do with the payment, the Stormy Daniels, Access Hollywood, Karen McDougal story. And much less so the Stormy Daniels, because I'll spoil the punchline. In cross-examination from Trump's attorney Beauvais, she basically admits, I had nothing to do with and no knowledge of the paperwork for that payment to Michael Cohen, which Michael Cohen is now saying was a disguised, fraudulently so disguised, federal offense disguised payment to Stormy Daniels to interfere or influence an election. She had nothing to do with it, no knowledge of it, and that's the bang zinger of the cross-examination from Beauvais. Why then would the prosecution call in Hope Hicks? Strictly, in my humble view, and I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm a former Quebec attorney, but I think I can understand the strategy of law throughout the world and in America. They called Hope Hicks in strictly so they could get that Access Hollywood, not the audio, because they can't play the audio, but the transcript of the audio. So they can get that Access Hollywood story in before the jury, strictly so they can taint the jury, pun intended, into thinking that Donald Trump is some sort of the JJ grabbing maniac. Like that episode of The Simpsons when Homer pulled off the gummy DeMilo of the woman's butt and they wanted to depict Homer Simpson as being a butt grabbing pervert. That's what they're trying to do here. Call in Hope Hicks, talk about her experience on the campaign working for Trump and what happened when that Access Hollywood story dropped. And her testimony was that when that story dropped, it was a big disaster. She initially said deny, 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 according to some internal emails. But the bottom line, there wasn't much to deny. Trump didn't remember the audio recording, said it doesn't sound like something I would say, but if it is, like it's stupid locker talk among idiot men who think that they're being funny and macho-esque, whatever. And she basically says, that story was what it was. We were involved in not suppressing stories. This was the big part of her testimony, not suppressing stories to interfere with the election, but to, even if we thought the story was false, buy off these stories in order to protect Trump and his relationship with Melania, which has been Trump's argument from day one, although it wouldn't be illegal in any event to buy the story to catch and kill so that the negative story doesn't come out during an election campaign. It's been going on for the history of election campaigns. John Edwards, pretty sure Bill Clinton has one in there as well. So Hope Hicks comes in and says Trump was worried about it influencing or impacting his relationship with Melania. I mean, there was one point at her testimony when she says that Trump told her to not have the news delivered to his apartment because he didn't want Melania seeing it because it would upset her so much. She did say these stories were false, that no one admitted to or conceded but denied the Stormy Daniels story, the Karen McDougal story, and that he denied it all the time, but it was just worth buying it off for the headache. Other than that, they didn't get anything useful out of Hope Hicks except just to taint that jury pool, to color the file, to throw in the grab them by the PUSSY audio from that stupid video, which showed nothing, but according to Hope Hicks was like mainstream news, more newsworthy than hurricanes at the time. I think that might have been sort of a tongue-in-cheek joke. And that's it. That's what Hope Hicks had to offer. Her testimony was devastating for Michael Cohen. Why? It's the biggest punchline of all of this. She said that Michael Cohen called himself the fixer, or at least the question was from Bove. Michael Cohen calls himself the fixer, to which Hope Hicks says, yeah, because he breaks everything. First of all, the dude breaks everything, then he fixes it, and then he pays himself to fix a problem that he started. She also said that Michael Cohen went rogue and that he used his own money to pay off some of these stories, that he wasn't involved in the campaign. And so you have Michael Cohen, the breaker turned Mr. Fix-It, fixing his own problems, going rogue, and paying off these false stories, these false allegations to avoid public, not scrutiny, but to avoid public controversy, because my operating theory, now that Barnes elucidated this to me and really blew my mind, is that David Pecker, working with AMI, who owned the National Enquirer, the question was, why would they buy the rights to stories that they knew were false? That being the doorman who alleged that Trump fathered a child out of wedlock. Why would they buy the rights to stories that they knew were false? Some people might hypothesize that's because they were running something of a extortion scheme. Call it something less nefarious than an extortion scheme, but that they were buying something of a racket. Buy the rights to a story that even they knew was false, so they could then go and not extort, but rather coerce payment from Trump, induce payments from Trump, make him think it's worth it to pay them off for a story that they know is false, because if he doesn't, they might run it anyhow and it might get some traction. So they might or might not have been running something of what could be described as an extortion ring, which might or might not explain why it is that AMI signed a non-prosecution agreement with the state back in 2018. But it sounds like Michael Cohen might have been up to something very similar himself, where he goes out and says, this story sounds interesting, even though we know it's false. If it gets loose, it might cause problems. So I'm going to go with my own money, buy the rights to it, fix it, and then just get the money reimbursed to me through the retainer from Donald Trump. i.e., I'm going to make work for the sake of making work, and then I'm going to bill Trump for the work that I've made for the sake of making work. So that's it. Hope Hicks proved absolutely nothing as far as the prosecution goes. She proved absolutely nothing as far as the substance of this case goes, because bear in mind, what she said she had no knowledge of is the specific element of the criminality in this case, the 34 book entries that are now turned into a felony count because the payments were intended to disguise a payment to Stormy Daniels to influence an election. She had no knowledge of it. So she absolutely had nothing of use to the prosecution except tainting this file, making Trump look bad by way of that grab her by the PUSSY video, and that's pretty much it. So that's the bombshell of Hope Hicks' testimony. It was actually, as far as I understand, as far as I can tell, and as far as I am concerned, in my humble opinion, quite favorable to Trump. So that is it. Now you're going to watch the video of what happened earlier this afternoon. Enjoy. See you tonight. 6 o'clock, people, every Sunday, live during the days. Viva Fry on Rumble, the Viva Fry on Twitter, vivabarneslaw.locals.com. On Locals for the bestest, most above average community out there. That's it. Go. Enjoy the video. You might want to set the hook. I think you're on. No? Okay, so, okay, I see the fish. I see the fish.
Yeah, it's like right there.
Leave it. Whatever was at it is going to come back. Come on, man. Yeah, he's on. Oh, he's on. There we go. Bring it up. That's a big one? Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's the off.
Oh, my goodness, Ethan.
I can't
Just don't let it get in the weeds. Okay, hold up. Yep. Okay, hold up. Okay, it's stuck in the weeds now. So let it tug it out a little bit. Let your line loose.
George is coming for it.
Okay, let it. Give it a second. Now lean it down. Let it down. Okay. Now it's pulled back. Now do it. Bring it up. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Don't let it happen. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Okay. Hold on. Ethan, do you want me to do this? Okay. Hold on. Take the camera. Take the camera. Do not go over the edge of it. Okay.
Oh, the alligators.
Hold on. Okay.
The alligator eat it, please.
Don't worry. First of all, everything's gonna
Line
be
in the air.
Okay, you ready?
Can I stop recording?
You crazy, stop recording. Don't drop it over the edge. Okay, so this take the rod, take the rod, take the rod, take the rod. Okay, hold on. Now back up. Back up. Wait, it's stuck in my fingers. It's stuck in my fingers. Oh my goodness.
No way.
Not this time. Alligator, look at yeah, that's oh, what was that? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god. Now we're
Okay. Go get the pliers. Now they're in the. Oh come on. No. Okay.
He's gonna jump right into the alligator.
Okay, it's out. Now, watch out. Okay, these things are.
Then can I put it in?
The snake head. Watch it. There's a hook on the ground.
Can I put it in?
Okay, get over here.
Then can we keep it?
No, this is a beaverfish. I think we're gonna put this one back. Let me do it. Okay, one. No, not to the gator's mouth.
Oh, Daddy, it's a dolphin. Like
Right into the gator's mouth.
that's not the biggest dolphin I've caught.
Okay. Holy crab apples. That was the minnow.
That was a massive
Look at that thing. I feel bad now for the alligator, but got it. We did it.
He's so
Okay. That was it. Good.